Alright, what we got going on is we're fixing our clothesline. It's made out of the material we have pretty abundant here, which is the Vivi, strawberry guava. It snapped out of the bottom, rotted out, snapped. It was actually originally concreted into the ground over there, but we're going to do a technique where we're not going to use concrete and see how that comes out. Alright, what we did is we cut down a strawberry guava post. The strawberry guava, or the Vivi here, grows 30-40 feet in length pretty easily. We've got the upright and we've got the cross member. I'm using a 1/2 inch leg bolt, and we've cut, drilled, I kind of cut a little seat in here for it. The original one didn't have a seat, so we cut somewhat of a seat so the round cross beam would fit more snug in there. Drilled a 3/8 inch hole into the top and into the upright. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and install this top cross member, and I got the leg bolt running like that, so I'll just start threading it on there. Now that we've got it in the seat, we're going to go ahead and just crank it down, get this thing tight in there, and hopefully get this cross piece really snug down in this thing. We got the top upright on there, it's seated in there pretty tightly on that bird seat cut we had, and this joint is real tight over here. We got our leg screw, our 8-inch leg screw, pretty much buried in there. We got a washer on the other side to make sure that leg screw stays pretty set. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put on the bottom eye, the eye leg screws. I'm just going to eyeball them. These are 1/4 inch diameter, so I'm going to go with a 7/32 bit to just make sure I use an undersized bit to make sure that this leg screw sinks in real tight. They're difficult to get in there if you don't pre-drill. Alright, we've got the leg screw started. We're just going to come in. We're going to sink them. Got about halfway through with the drill, maybe a little less than halfway, and I'll just wait till I get some good friction in there, snug it up, and we'll get all 4 of them in, and that's what we're going to run with there. Okay. Alright, we're going to go ahead and dig a hole with the pulse hole digger, and we're not going to set this thing in concrete, and we'll show an alternate method of how to wedge that in there to make sure it stays in there really well by using this method. Okay, so we'll go ahead, we'll dig this hole, and we'll come back and we'll show you once we got the hole prepped. Alright, we got a hole, our post hole digger, and we dug our hole about, I don't know, about 2.5 feet deeper, so we got it to the length we wanted for the height of the upright itself. And what we're doing, since we're not using concrete or anything like that to set the post in, what we're going to actually do is we're going to cut a trench real tight up against this and a space here, and we're going to take this cross piece and we're going to hammer it in, and it's going to wedge down into the ground. So I'm going to kind of back bevel this cuts on the side, so when I hammer this into the ground below the surface of the ground, it's going to wedge that way. So the whole back of the post is supported by the dirt, the back side, and to keep the thing from rotating forward or to the front is going to be this cross piece here that's wedged into the ground, and it'll support it. So you won't need to use any type of concrete or anything like this. Alright, we went ahead and dug that cutout for this cross piece here, and the main thing is getting the wedge tight into the hole. So I back cut it this direction, and I basically came in with my own weight and pounded it in. Now you can see this post is very stable, as it would be with concrete pretty much. And now we'll backfill the holes and cover it all up, and then we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. 10 years this thing stood up before it broke off at the base is where it broke. So the old one was buried in concrete. We decided not to bury it in concrete just because I was trying to show my son how they would do fence posts in the old days, where we might have these kind of fence posts here, and when there was no concrete available or anything like that to set the post, that method I just showed you on the clothesline is how is one good method of setting a post in and making it sturdy. And this thing will probably last at least another 10 years easily. So there you have it. That's how you would set a post. Alright, we've got the finished, at least this end up. We've restrung it. We've gone ahead and restrung the clothesline up, tied it off with a couple half hitches on there. And this is it.